second query, you can see that this query actually logs the user in. So this query basically grabs the current time, which is the now function, and gives that to the time in column on the specific employee and on the specific date. So when we run this query, and let's see if the information gives us. You can see for this user, it currently gives it changes the time into the current time. For the third query, this basically does is when the users or the bellman is done for the day and wants to clock out, this is the essential clock out function. So instead of time in being changed, the time out column is being changed to the current time and the dates. And as long as the time in is not null, is their constraint. These users have to be clocked in order to be clocked out. So let's see what this is. All right. So as you can see, for the date of 12/25, the time in is currently still in place, while the timeout is given the current time. For the next query, this basically sets up the employee status. It tells the system basically that this employee is at work. So it sets the correct columns to 1, which is basically true, and says, okay, this employee is at work. Once that employee, that employee is at work, you can place that employee into the Bellman queue in order to be given tasks for the day. So once that user is actually in the queue, we can allow the ability to insert them into the queue. So let's see if that employee is within the queue and within the employee table. And yep, currently we can see his queue value is 1 and is correctly placed into the queue.
So once the user is logged in, another task we have to take care of is updating the tasks that the bellman handle throughout the day. So here we have our update tasks query that sets the task state to finished. It looks for the current ID of the task, and then we have our flag F that shows that the task has been completed. Once it's complete, we have to insert it into the finished task table. So that way, and then it also updates the current task table. So that way, it is no longer in the current task table, and it is only in the finished task table. So that way, nobody else can be assigned it any longer. So here it is. If we run it, and let's show the task table, the finished tasks, and the current tasks. So this would be the update task query we'd run. So as you see, there is no longer any more task 31. It is now inside the finished task table 31. It shows a completion time. And it is no longer in, or it's still here in the task table, but it is listed as complete with the C. We also have another query that will select all the, it will check to see the assigned time, the completion time, which employee handled that task, and which task it was. And we do this by joining our assignment table and our finished task table. So here we see it updates it, it gives it assigned time now, and then we have the assignment, and we'll show the assignment and the finished task. and which bellman completed it. So there we see the new assignments. This is the result of the tables we asked for. It shows all the employee IDs, shows the task ID, when it was assigned, and when they completed it. And that concludes our queries that we would be able to run and perform all our tasks we wanted to complete.